Welcome, everybody. We're diving into the world of multimodal AI. And this is a big one for anybody who works with information, especially if you're in fields like technical writing, documentation, even IT.
Absolutely. And, we're really lucky to be getting into this topic with insights from an article that was just published last week, February 4th to be exact, titled Multimodal AI, Transforming AI for Technical Writers. And this was by senior technical writer Kurt Robbins.
Oh, Robbins, yeah, I've seen his stuff before. He's working with some pretty big names, Microsoft, Northrop Grumman, FedEx, Wells Fargo, you name it. So when he talks about AI and the impact it has on technical writing, uh, I'm all ears.
Yeah, I mean, you really got to pay attention to what he's saying. And in this article, he's really hitting on this idea of, we're kind of moving away from AI that's just focused on processing text to this new frontier where AI can work with images, videos, audio, basically all forms of information. And that's what multimodal AI is all about.
Multimodal AI, what does that actually look like in practice? Like, how is that different from the AI that we're all already using?
So imagine an AI that can not only analyze an image, but also write a description of it. And not just any description, like a really clear and concise one, maybe even pull out some key data points or identify potential problems.
Wow. That's pretty incredible. But what does this mean for someone in our listeners' shoes? Like, let's say you're a technical writer or you manage documentation. How does this actually change their day-to-day work?
Well, think about it this way. You could be generating documentation that seamlessly integrates text, diagrams, even interactive simulations.
Hold on. So we're talking about taking user manuals, training materials, all those essential documents, and making them truly interactive and engaging.
Exactly. And it's not just about, making things look fancy. It's about conveying complex information more effectively and making it easier for users to actually understand and apply that knowledge.
Right. So it's not just about automating tasks. It's about actually enhancing the quality of the information itself.
Precisely. And Robbins really nails it in the article. He talks about some really compelling benefits, like imagine being able to bridge language barriers. You could have AI translate text and visuals simultaneously.
No more spending hours deciphering all that technical jargon or trying to condense lengthy reports. This could really free up technical writers to focus on the more creative aspects of their work.
It's about shifting from those manual and repetitive tasks
Yeah.
to higher level thinking and problem solving.
Right. So, we've established that multimodal AI, it has the potential to totally revolutionize how we create and consume technical information. But let's get into the specifics. What are the tools that are actually making all of this possible?
Well, Robbins gets into that too in the article. He discusses several leading frontier models, including Anthropic's Claude, Google Gemini, and OpenAI's GPT-4 with Vision, also known as GPT-4V.
Okay, so we've got three big players in the multimodal AI space. So let's break them down one by one, what makes each one stand out, and what kind of use cases are they best suited for?
All right, so let's start with Claude. If you're in a field that has a lot of, strict regulations and compliance requirements, Claude's focus on accuracy and avoiding potentially, biased or harmful output, that could be a major advantage.
So if you're working on documentation for medical devices or financial products where every detail really matters, Claude might be the way to go.
Exactly. Now, Gemini, on the other hand, that's Google's powerhouse. It excels at blending all sorts of media like text, images, videos, even interactive elements. Imagine creating documentation. That's not just informative, but also visually stunning and highly engaging.
Sounds perfect for anyone who needs to create training materials or presentations.
You got it. And then we have GPT-4V, which, as the name suggests, is all about incorporating vision into the AI experience. So if you're working with a lot of visuals alongside text, like diagrams or flowcharts, or even photographs, GPT-4V could be a great tool. Imagine being able to generate descriptions for complex diagrams automatically, or using AI to analyze photographs and extract relevant data.
Wow, so many possibilities, Bud. With all these different options, how do you even begin to choose the right tool for your needs?
That's a great question, and that's where Robbins offers some practical guidance. He suggests looking at your specific needs and priorities. So you need a tool that prioritizes accuracy and safety above all else. Or are you looking for something that can handle a wide range of media formats and create those truly interactive experiences? The answer really depends on your unique context.
So no one-size-fits-all solution. It's all about choosing the right tool for the job.
That's right. But the good news is there are a lot of options out there, and new advancements are happening all the time. This field is evolving so quickly.
So buckle up, folks. This is just the beginning of the multimodal AI revolution. We've covered what it is, why it matters for technical writers and IT professionals. And we've even touched on some of the leading tools that are available. But what about the future?
Yeah, the future of multimodal AI, it's really exciting. Robbins touches on some possibilities in his article that are just mind-blowing, like real-time interactions where AI is processing voice, text, and images all at once.
Okay, hold on, but paint a picture for me here. What would that actually look like in a real-world scenario?
Okay, so imagine a technician, they're troubleshooting a complex piece of equipment. Maybe they're wearing a headset that has a built-in camera. The AI could be analyzing the video feed in real time, identifying the specific components the technician is looking at, pulling up relevant diagrams and documentation, and even offering step-by-step guidance, all through voice commands.
So it's like having an AI-powered assistant right there with you.
And it's not just about, assisting with tasks. It's about creating a truly seamless and intuitive way to interact with information.
Right. Because think about how frustrating it can be sometimes to navigate through all those layers of menus and search for specific information. Multimodal AI could totally transform that whole experience.
Absolutely. Instead of hunting down information, the information comes to you. And it's presented in the most relevant and useful way possible.
Okay, so that's a game changer for anyone who works with complex systems or data.
For sure. And it goes even further. Robbins talks about hyper-personalization,
Yeah.
where the AI actually adapts to your individual preferences and learning style.
Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting. What would that look like in the context of technical writing?
So imagine an AI that can automatically adjust the complexity of explanations based on the user's experience level or even adapt to their preferred learning format, whether it's text, diagrams, or interactive simulations.
So it's not just about making information accessible. It's about making it truly engaging and tailored to the individual.
Yeah, and Robbins also mentions industry-specific models, AI systems that are specifically trained on the language and nuances of certain fields, like healthcare, finance, or software development.
So instead of a generic AI trying to be a jack of all trades, you have specialized AI systems that are true experts in their domain.
Exactly. And as these models become more sophisticated, we could see AI systems that can anticipate needs and proactively provide information before users even know they need it.
Okay, now that's getting into some serious sci-fi territory.
Hmm.
But it's also incredibly exciting to think about all the possibilities.
Mm.
It sounds like multimodal AI has the potential to fundamentally change the way we work and learn.
It really does, and it's not just about technical fields either. The impact of multimodal AI is going to be felt across all industries and aspects of our lives.
Well, that brings us to an important question. We've talked about all this amazing potential, but what about the challenges? Are there any potential downsides we need to be aware of as this technology evolves?
That's a really crucial point. While multimodal AI offers all these opportunities, it's super important to approach it with a critical eye. One of the key challenges is going to be ensuring that these systems are developed and used responsibly.
Can you elaborate on that a bit? What are some of the specific concerns?
Well, for example, as AI becomes more involved in decision-making processes, we have to think about transparency and accountability. How do we make sure that these systems are making decisions that are fair and unbiased, and that they align with human values?
Right, we don't want to just blindly trust these AI systems
Okay.
without understanding how they work or what factors are influencing their decisions.
Exactly. And then there's the whole question of job displacement. As AI becomes more capable of automating tasks, what happens to the people who currently do those jobs?
Yeah, that's a valid concern.
And Robbins also talks about the importance of education and training. We need to give people the skills and knowledge they need to thrive in a world that's increasingly shaped by AI.
So it's not about, fearing AI or trying to resist it. It's about understanding its capabilities and its limitations so that we can use it effectively and responsibly.
Exactly. And it's not just about technical skills either. It's about developing those critical thinking skills and the ability to figure out what information is reliable and what's not. We need to be able to evaluate AI-generated content and make informed decisions about how we use it.
So it's about empowering people to be informed and engaged citizens in this AI-driven world.
I think the biggest thing is that multimodal AI is coming, and it's going to change everything. Embrace the possibilities, stay informed.
And that wraps up our deep dive into multimodal AI. We hope you found it insightful and thought-provoking, and maybe even a little bit inspiring. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.